Now I'm checking towards the right, there's nobody around me, and this is my gap. And I'm going to keep an eye on the bus in case it changes its signal. And then clutch. Nope, okay, you want to, alright, that's one way of dealing with it. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw what happened behind that. What's dangerous from that Mercedes driver. And there is a car, but they're not indicating, so I'm going to take this nice and slow. Now there's a zebra crossing here. Hi guys, welcome back to Clearview Driving. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Salmon and I'm a driving instructor. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I drive and what you can do to improve your driving hopefully, and what to do in your driving test, little tips and tricks to help you pass your driving test. Now before we get into today's video, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for liking, sharing, following, subscribing, everything. So thank you guys for all your love and support over the past 2 years to bring this channel up to the point that it's at now, and honestly it's truly amazing. I can't even put this into words how this makes me feel, but yeah, thank you guys, and I'm so glad that the videos are useful and helping many of you to improve your driving skills and to hopefully pass your driving test. So let's get straight into it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do an ongoing talk through. This is a great method to keep you alert so that you don't miss out on anything as you're driving, so that you spot the hazards early and deal with them as early as possible. So I always say to my learners to be proactive on approach to hazards rather than reactive, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll be talking through exactly what I'm doing, whether it's with my feet, my hands, where I'm looking, what I'm looking for, so you guys can follow along. So if you enjoy watching this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe if you're new, and we're going to go straight into it. Now to start the car, I'm going to hold on to the brake and clutch. No, I'm not, because I'm going to put my seatbelt on first. So let's do that because I've done everything else. So now to start the car, I'm going to hold on to brake and clutch, check that it's in neutral. I'm going to start the engine straight away. Alright, so now I'm going to get ready to move off as you normally would. Doing all my checks. I can see there's a silver car to my right, and I'm gonna check my blind spot and signal towards the road after them. There we are. Nice and slow to release and then to move off. And into second gear, checking what's behind as soon as I'm in the new road. Now we've got a bend. I'm gonna look towards the left and follow it round towards the left. And then I'm centering myself in the middle of this road because this road is not wide enough for two anyways. Now I have a no entry in front and a bend to the right, so I'm going to position towards the left and then follow the road round. I'm looking for any oncoming traffic because these roads can be very challenging with meeting situations, and I want to deal with them as early as possible. So I've got a priority sign, so that's priority to me. I'm going to wiggle through this space. No one's behind, getting up to about 20. There's some pedestrians to the right, but all good. Now priority to oncoming traffic, but this time again, no one's in front. I'm gonna go a little bit slower because this bit's a little bit tighter in the road, so I'm braking for this. There we are. Now I have a bend towards the right and a parked vehicle on the left, so I'm gonna take this a little bit slower. And looking over towards the right, there is a vehicle in front. And he's getting out of the road. So I'm going to take this nice and slow. I'm going to turn left here, some mirrors and signal, then brake and clutch into first gear. Slowly up to the end of the road as there are no pedestrians. And I can see a gap straight away, so I'm going to slowly emerge. There's a van to the right, so I'm going to go slowly, looking behind as soon as I'm in the new road. Now I've got a mini roundabout in front, and I'm going to make a right turn at this mini roundabout, so I'm checking what's behind and to my right. Then signal on. There is a car to my left, but that's not a concern because there is space for two here. I don't know what he's doing, so I'm going to stay away from him. So zebra crossing, it is clear, and then I'm slowly going forward. There is a scooter on the roundabout, and the right hand side of the roundabout is clear. I'm going to delay this gear change. You can hear the cars revving. I'm going to do it just after. So as you're driving, if you feel like you've got 2 or 3 things to do, focus on whatever you want to do first, that's your priority, and then do the next one. So we have a zebra crossing, and I'm just approaching slow because there are some pedestrians. But as soon as they make their way into the middle, I'm looking both sides, behind the windscreen pillars, and then continuing. But yeah, when you've got 2 or 3 things to do what the most important one first. So there, I wanted to go round the roundabout first because it's quite a tight space. and then I did the gear change after. Moving off, now I'm continuing ahead from here. I'm looking towards my right, and there is a car, but they're not indicating, so I'm going to take this nice and slow. Now there's a zebra crossing here, so I'm going to make sure I slow down to check that right hand side, and again looking behind the windscreen pillars, as this will easily hide pedestrians for me. Now I'm going to go into third gear, it's a 20 zone, so I'm only lightly having to press the accelerator now. I've got a vehicle to my left, and I've got a zebra crossing. Zebra crossing is very clearly in view and looks empty, so we're all good. It's in Clearview. Sorry for the joke, it's not that funny, I know, but it's okay. Now I have a bus that's on a bus stop, which looks like it's been there for a little while, so most likely he'll be looking to move off soon, and there you go. So I'm already preparing what could be happening in the distance. I'm not waiting till I get there. I can see a vehicle to my right, so I'm going to keep more left for oncoming traffic. I'm still in third gear at the minute because there's not a lot going on. It's a nice straight road, but I'm just scanning all the potential hazards to either side of me. So again, van on the right hand side. You may think that's not really a hazard for me, but it can be, because oncoming traffic will get closer to my side, so I need to prepare for that by moving left. So we've got a few pedestrians, we've got a bus on the opposite side of the road. Again, traffic behind the bus may try and get round and get closer to my side. Now we're actually having to move around this car parked up on the left, so I'm going to go into second gear and gradually move over. Now the bus in front of me is stopping, and there's traffic on the other side, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold back here, because that mini's going to come round, but I'm holding back at a good distance so that I can easily get round the bus if and when it's safe. Now I'm checking towards the right, there's nobody around me, and this is my gap, and I'm going to keep an eye on the bus in case it changes its signal, but it's looking all good, and watch for pedestrians ahead of the bus, and then gradually come on back towards the left. And now the zebra crossing is busy, so brake and clutch. Here we go. Into first gear when the lady's in the middle, looking both ways, moving forward. I'm making a left turn, and the roundabout is clear. And here we are. Now we've got some temporary traffic lights. Now the zebra crossing here is actually blocked off. You can see the vehicle on the other side did stop for them. So I'm going to stop about here. So here the zebra crossing is completely blocked off. You don't need to wait for pedestrians because they have their own traffic light kind of timing them as well. Now I've got a motorbike very close to my right, so I need to make sure I let him go first and then continue after. I'm going to go into neutral as I'm waiting. So right in this pillar is the back of the motorbike, and I can't see that section of the pavement, so I do need to be mindful to move my head to either side to look around that pillar before I continue. And it's all clear, and I'm off. Now up there I can see the road's just looking a bit busy. You've got this white car that's parked on the left and lots of pedestrians. So again, it's a matter of going really slowly. Thank you, Mr. BMW. That was very nice. I could see he reversed back there. That's very nice of them. So now I'm keeping more left and watching the right hand side because I can't see the pavement. People stepping into the road. Everybody wants to be in the road. So I'm going to brake and I'm going to clutch. Now I want to point out something here. So we have parked cars on the right hand side of the road, and there's a bus coming towards us, and some of the traffic in front of me, they're closer to the centre line. Now that bus is going to struggle to get through that space because of how they've positioned. Now I'm going to make a right turn, but I'm going to keep to the left until I get closer to the end because of oncoming buses that may potentially turn in after as well. So I'm going to signal that I'm turning right, but I'm going to keep it towards the left for oncoming traffic. You have to always think about oncoming traffic. So I'm going to keep about there. It's quite clear. Now you can see the vehicle behind me has positioned like a normal right turn. If any large vehicles turn up on the opposite side, they're going to struggle to get past the car that's behind me. And you guys can see it already, it's a bit of a tight gap with the Mercedes behind. I'm actually waiting in neutral, saves me having to hold the clutch down, but I'm going to get ready now, checking my mirrors, moving off in a straight line. And then into second gear, the car in front is not indicating. Then gradually making this right turn. And here we are. Now we have a very busy high street. We have a zebra crossing ahead, left hand side I can see, right hand side there is a lady in grey, so I'm gonna brake and then clutch. Nope, okay, you wanna, alright, that's one way of dealing with it. It's better I stop than to continue through that, because she was right there. Hey go, look, she's crossing the road after me. Okay. So when that happens to you, just stop. If you suspect someone might cross, it's better to stop and then they don't cross and then you continue, than you continuing through and now they do cross, because then it looks bad. It not even looks bad, it's bad because then obviously the pedestrian's in the road and you're continuing. Slowly moving forward at this point. So we've got quite a lot going on ahead of us now. So we have a lorry parked on the right hand side of the road. We have a zebra crossing just before the lorry, so we have to make sure the crossing is clear before continuing, but also think about oncoming traffic and how they're going to swing around that lorry. So I'm checking and slowly moving forward. And then stop again. Just checking and moving forward. Now the zebra crossing this time is looking pretty clear. There's a family on the left, so I'm gonna stop for them. There's a couple on the right. And here we are. After these two ladies come off the crossings, I'm waiting for them to go all the way. And then I'm gonna go forward, but if I go forward, I can just about fit, but then it obstructs the view of the crossing for traffic on the other side. So I'd rather just sit right here actually, because the back of my car is going to overhang that section and make it harder for traffic. Now I can see the bus on the opposite side and I'm actually going to keep waiting because he's going to use all of that space up. There we go, thank you. And now we're going to continue after the bus, but making sure the crossing's clear before continuing. And then going forward. Again, a 20 road, but with lots of parked vehicles. I'm going to be parking on this road. Now to park up, it's nice and easy. Look for a space. I can see it behind the white car, so mirrors and signal. Brake, clutch, roll over towards the side, gradually steering, but focus on the car in front to get a nice straight position. Don't need to park perfectly, I can kind of adjust it when I'm here. Quite happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that there. And secure the car. So I'm now going to move off again. I'm going to put the clutch in, pop it into gear, look all around. And again, the road's pretty clear. So as soon as I'm ready to go, I'm going to check again and then slowly move into the road, gradually releasing the clutch because of the space of being a bit tighter, then into second gear and looking at what's behind as soon as I'm in the new road. Oh, I put this on accidentally. That feels really hot already. So driving down these sort of roads, you want to make sure you're scanning side to side, up and down, and I can see the man on the right. He's my main hazard. So when I get there, I'm going to take it a little bit slower because he's got that door fully open. And I can see it's a compulsory left turn. It's hard to see in the shade of these trees here. There we are, and I'm going to turn left. I'm going to brake because the traffic's looking a bit busy. Clutch is in. Now in the new road, I actually need the third lane because I'm going to make a right turn on the roundabout. So I'm going to take this nice and slow. The traffic's looking like it's coming to a stop anyway, so more people are likely to give way at this point. Oh, that's you, Minnie. Thank you, mister. Nice and easy. We're in the first lane, so now we're going to do a gradual move over. So I'm in the first lane. I'm going to signal right. I'm going to keep checking my mirrors. I'm not in a rush. Checking the right side mirror. I can see the black car next to me is backing off because they didn't speed up, so I'm gradually moving over, and I'm going to just keep looking to move over again. And the Mercedes is starting to back off, but I want to make sure there's space right here. Are you backing off? No, he's not. Oh, yes he is. Okay. So there, I'm making sure that I'm gradually checking my mirrors. I'm not in a rush to move over. So whenever you're unsure, just keep checking your mirrors. Make sure that the car isn't... Oh, I don't know if you guys saw what happened behind that. Was dangerous from that Mercedes driver. Whenever you're unsure, just keep checking your mirrors. Make sure that the car isn't... Oh, I don't know if you guys saw what happened behind that. Was dangerous from that Mercedes driver. He didn't see the motorbike filtering through. I just saw him. It's bad. All in good time. Everyone stopped. I can see the motorbike filtering through. There he is. This is where you check your mirrors thoroughly and you don't just check your mirrors and move in one go. Yeah. So I'm in this lane because I'm going to make a right turn, which is the first, second, third, actually it's the fourth exit, because the third exit is a very small exit. So I need to start on the right. I'm going towards Richmond. So I'm checking my mirrors, signalling to make it very clear that I am turning right. So that's the first exit. Now that's the second exit in front. Now as I'm going round, I'm checking my left mirror. I'm positioning behind this van so that I can get into the left lane. I can also go into the second lane, but it's better to be towards the left just to make it easier on the exit. So I have switched my signal at this point, but I'm checking towards the left because there's a car positioning there. And here we are. There we are, going in for the left lane and braking. This guy behind is going to scrape my car, dude. Don't do it. This Mercedes in front is very dodgy with its driving. Lots of lane changes, lots and lots and lots of lane changes, so you stay away from the crazy. Checking towards the right, and the lanes are merging. I can see a sign on the left hand side which shows me that the road's going to narrow down, and it pinches right up at the brow of this little bridge. So I'm checking towards the right and there's nobody close by. I can see that silver car in the interior mirror fully, which means I can easily move over because he's quite far back. I'm going to drop it into 2 because we're now at 15 miles per hour. Clutch release, then into 3. Now as the road opens up into 2 lanes, I'm going to go for the left lane. So I'm just checking towards the left. I don't need a signal for this because this is not a lane change. But had I left it any later, then I would now signal because the vehicle behind me would already be there before me. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, with an ongoing talk-through, you don't have to do it out loud. You can just do it in your head. So if it feels a bit silly, it doesn't matter, just do it in your head. Now I'm just braking. I'm going to go down to gear 3 and clutch up, and I'm easing off the pressure on the brake and back to the accelerator. Now I'm going to be turning left at the second set of traffic lights. This guy wants to move in front, so I'm going to ease that brake in. So on the signboard I'm following towards Clapham Junction, and it's the second set of traffic lights. Anytime you're stopping, it's brake, then clutch, and roll to a stop, easing off the pressure on the brake, and then you can pop it into first gear if you're going to move again, or neutral if you're just waiting. Whether to wait in neutral or whether to wait in gear, a lot of new drivers, a lot of learner drivers would choose to wait in first gear just because it means when the lights go green it's a lot easier to move off. But as you get more and more experience, you'll choose to wait in neutral. Just saves you having to hold down on the clutch the whole time. I'm gonna clutch down into gear, checking my mirrors, slowly preparing my feet, gradually releasing that clutch into second gear, clutch up and keeping in the left. I'm not doing what the black car did in front because they've just changed lanes. So even if I was going straight, I can be in this lane and follow it round from here. Here's my turn. These guys are in my lane, so I'm going to go slowly because they're in my space. Thank you for moving over. Now I'm going to make a left turn. The right lane has a massive queue, so I'm going to check the left lane. Now this is a really narrow space in front of me, so I'm going to slow down before I continue through this. Because there's no point of flying past this space because I need to watch in case anything happens from the right hand side as I'm continuing through. Now I can see behind the Mini there's a bit of space for me, so I'm going to brake, clutch, just going to pop it into neutral, and this is where I'm waiting. Now I am making a left turn, so there's my signal. Should have put it on in the lead up, but it's okay. Oh, we can go now, Mini. Make this left turn. I can see the bus is moving off, so we're going to stay back. So I'm going to be making a right turn. I think it's that right turn up there. I'm going to check. Signal right. There's a bit of hatch marking in the middle, so I'm going to gradually make my way into that section to position fully in the middle. But because there's traffic in front, I'm planning on stopping. And into first gear, waiting patiently. I can see there are pedestrians crossing in the new road, so I don't want to turn even if it's clear because of the pedestrians. Is anyone going to wait for me? Nope. I keep waiting. There's my gap, so I'm now looking across towards the right, looking in my mirror and making sure the junction is clear, and turning in, checking what's behind, into second gear and centre my position in the road. So this is where I'd always say get the centre of your road, or the road, on your left shoulder. That way I'm sitting on the right, passengers on the left, and the car is centred. I'm going to keep an eye on this car in case they swing that door open or start reversing. Here we go. Here you've got to make use of reflections, so I'm looking on the right hand side reflections to see if there's anyone coming round from the left. And right now it's looking pretty good, but I'm going to go in cautiously. There we go. And now I'm scanning in between the parked cars. I can see there's a giveaway junction coming up, so I'm going to brake clutch and roll to a stop. As I get to the end here, I'm going to lean forward completely because I can't see anything. And I'm hidden from the main road as well, so I'm going to come into it nice and slow and steady. There we go. There's a sign saying hidden access, which means there could be a junction, there could be like a driveway where people come in. It's just that road, it's a fancy looking road. I'm going to stop here for that car. I'm going to check the right side and slowly move across. And then into second, there's a van in front. I'm going to just slowly move out the way and brake because it's quite a tight little space with the size of that van. And there we are, so don't be afraid of braking. I'm going to turn right here and we have Mr. Pedestrian. I will brake and clutch and first gear and lean forward to see what's going on. Here we are. Now I'm going to park up on the left hand side up there, so I'm checking what's behind. I'm going to signal as there are lots of vehicles parked up and somebody might be in their car. Lightly braking, clutches down. Use the front of my car to kind of get into this position and straighten. Once I've parked up,